guys, what's up? It's Kelly, and yes, I'm posting a video finally. I actually wasn't going to film anything because I'm about to leave for the airport in an hour. I'm going to Seattle and Canada for a vacation, and I did live stream a few days ago just talking about how I was feeling kind of burnout on YouTube. So I wasn't gonna make anything, but I did promise you guys that I was going to film a video a few weeks ago where I edit your photos. Some of you guys sent me your photos to edit, and I wanted to pull through and get that for you guys. So today we are going to jump into Lightroom and I'm going to edit some of my subscribers' photographs. Okay, bear with me. I haven't filmed a video in a very long time, so I'm a bit rusty. Okay, let's just get into it. So this first photo, first of all, thank you for sending this in. I'm gonna have the Instagram written down here so you can check these people out. The first thing I see about this is the photo. The composition is really unique. I really like it. It's very interesting. It's just a bit grainy, so we're just gonna fix that up. My go-to, you guys have been asking a lot how I edit my photos, and I use a preset. The preset is not for sale. I don't think I'm gonna put it up for sale anytime soon. I do have some presets up for sale. They're in the description box. But I've kind of just like made my own presets over the past few weeks, just combining different things that I like. So I'm just gonna add this preset just as a base for everything, and what I like about this preset is that it desaturates the greens. I used to be very cautious about having too much greens in photos, but I found that with this preset it kind of just desaturates it and gives it a nice mood. The next thing I'm going to do is brighten up the exposure a bit, just like that, and I do like to increase the contrast. And then the way the preset is set is the clarity automatically goes to -5, so I'm just going to bring that up a bit. Okay, actually I might just stop there with the basic adjustments because I really like the colors here, but now I just really want to fix the green. I think you maybe shot this at too high of an ISO, which is why it's not that clear or clean. So what I love about Lightroom is I always go into my masks and my brushes and I hit soften skin. So all I'm going to do is just brush over her skin, and that'll help with the noise and just smoothens things out a bit. And with the smoothing brush, you want to make sure to always only go over her chin, her forehead, and her face area. Don't go over the eyes or the eyebrows or the nose, because that just makes it look a bit weird. Yeah. Okay, and you can see that that doesn't take away all of the noise, so I'm going to go into noise reduction and just up that a bit. Also just kind of increase the noise reduction. So that should help a bit. You want to be careful to not go overboard with the noise reduction because you don't want her face to look unrealistic. Now I'm going to zoom in. And her eyes are really gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is take another brush. I'm going to take the exposure brush and kind of just highlight her pupils down here just so they pop. And also what I like to do is take the clarity brush. A lot of you guys have pointed out that in my before and afters it looks like I paint on makeup, and mostly that's just the clarity brush. It just goes over and defines what's already there, so it's really good for lashes, for defining just areas, maybe like some of her brow. I might crop into this photo a bit because it's so interesting how the subject is here, but there's so much negative space, there's so much green here. So just to focus in on her a bit, I might just crop in a little like that. So there's more of her that fills the frame, and I feel like that's a more interesting photo. Noise reduction, now that I'm seeing it, has kind of taken the detail out in her hair. So I'm just gonna take the clarity brush and brush in some more details into her hair like that. And the very last thing I do with the photo, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't, is I go to the auto adjustments, and that straightens the photo sometimes, but it doesn't always work. Alright, here's the next one. Again, what I'm going to do is apply my preset, and then I'm just going to auto adjust this photo just so it straightens out a bit. And again, I'm going to increase the exposure for a bit. And I see that this is on the cooler side of things, so I'm actually just going to warm it up just because I like warm photos in general. Maybe have it on like 15,000. The tint I'm going to leave alone. And I do see a bit of grain here. So again, I do think you're shooting at an ISO that's way too high. So just in the future, keep that in mind. So the first thing I'm going to do is increase the contrast a bit. And then increase the clarity just a little bit. I'm going to leave my shadows, whites and blacks alone. And then I'm just going to play around with noise reduction because I feel like that's the only thing that's kind of taking away from this photo is the grain. And okay, now I'm going to take the softening skin and again just kind of paint over her skin just to give that a little bit more of a flawless look. You don't have to be too precise when you do this. It's such a unique concept too. I really like the idea of blowing confetti. And I might kind of introduce some more clarity back in the balloons because we want this to be the focus point. Alright, I'm not a big fan of this leaf here just because it's kind of dead. So I'm going to take the healing brush right here and kind of just paint over it. That should do the trick. Again, your subject composition, the rule of thirds is really nice, but I do really like to see the subject closer up. So like I did in the first one, I might really just crop in like that. Just so there's more of her. Just to add kind of some color in here, sometimes I take the gradient brush and I set it on the color mode. And either if you want to fake golden hour or fake a kind of lighting of sorts, kind of introduce a gradient in here. Something warm. Okay, last photo. Again, I'm gonna put on my preset. With this, the bubbles are really unique. I really like that. So I might just have the exposure slightly at 0.05 and increase the contrast and increase the clarity. And then I'm gonna see if the auto adjustment will work for this. See, it doesn't always work. Sometimes it gives you that. So I'm just gonna do some adjustments myself. Kind of like that. Okay. So I'm gonna brush in with the skin. As you can see, I don't do that many color adjustments. Most of my editing is with the brushes. It's the subtle details. It's not that noticeable, but it is also noticeable. So I'm gonna brush over that. I'm gonna take the clarity brush and kind of go over some of her features, like her eyebrows. I'm gonna go over the bubbles with the clarity brush because you really want them to be the focus. And just because the colors here are so interesting, I'm gonna go in with a saturation brush and just make the colors pop more. Okay, cool. The last thing I might do is just some simple adjustments to her face. So taking out some blemishes, just because her face is a very big part of the frame. And seeing the strands of hair here. Just the little details you want to pay attention to, but sometimes you can't always catch when you're shooting. Something like that. Okay guys, so those were the photos you guys sent me. Sorry if I didn't get to all of them. Some of you guys didn't send me raw photos. So in the future, I want to do more of these, but please send me raw photos and not JPEGs.
It's raw, come on!
But yeah, sorry this video is so rushed. I'm going to be traveling for a bit in the next 2 weeks. I've been taking a lot of photos, like a lot of photographs. So check out my Instagram for portraits, and I'll update you guys there. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my maybe next video. Bye!
Kiss the good life, good, good, good. Kiss the good life.